Ginger citizen. Okay. Test audio level. I'm just gonna have to move. Oops. Try like that. Good morning from New York City. A little bit of an early start today because I am going to just basically be streaming me editing the paint job for this new little airplane I'm going to fly to. This a PT-17 Stearman, pilot trainer 17 Stearman, classic biplane from the 1930s. Lots of World War II pilots, Air Force pilots in the US and Canada, around the world really learned to fly in this airplane. I got it yesterday for about $15 from Just Flight and flew around with it a little bit. And today I'm going to keep flying on it. Right now I'm starting a little earlier because I have my I'm doing my skin, my paint job, my livery for the airplane. Okay, let me save that as PSD. And then you also have to save it, export as DDS. Okay. And I have my own, I keep a folder of my own libraries over here. The PSD is always going to be the larger one. So I'll just go ahead and use a ledger, just go ahead and move that and replace the one in my own folder there. And now this one I'm going to rename. Remove the PSD, and that's going to replace oh no, this one I'm going to actually rename it to this because that's what the name is in the library folder right here. Let's see, of the airplane. That the airplane came with a it wasn't a PSD, it was a whoa, this is bright, huh? Let me reduce the brightness here. Wow. It won't be too long. DC Design Stearman, Sim Objects, Airplanes. There's my Hypertexthero test just now. I'm just gonna replace that with that one. And I'm going to go back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And go to libraries and just choose a different one momentarily. The red civilian one, very nice. The silver civilian one is super nice. I think I'm gonna eventually this is gonna be my base one. But I just picked the classic blue and yellow for now because that's what they included in this documents folder. It wasn't a PSD, it was a flat file, but you know, it's pretty easy to, it has the UV, they call it UV, I don't know why, but because I'm not an expert in library making and in skins, but it has the lines of the airplane. I can show you in a little bit. I can show you right now actually. This thing here. So it shows you what will happen with your stuff here. You can see what's affecting what on the aircraft. Just nice. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna click back to Hypertexthero and my update that I just did. You don't need to restart Microsoft Flight Simulator. There it is. I put the little heart over there. I'm using this website called Photopea.com. It's basically a clone of Photoshop, and Adobe supports it because they know, you know, that this guy's like some sort of genius from Eastern Europe and basically cloned Photoshop as a web application. And all the you can pay for it to remove ads and stuff, but it works fine for me, and I love it because it has all the same shortcuts as Photoshop. So if you're used to Photoshop, you come in here, you're good to go. Of course, I have to hold Alt sometimes because it is a browser tab. Because, for example, if I wanted to transform this little heart and I just couldn't go Control T, I would open a new browser tab, because Control T is to open a new browser tab. So if I would Control Alt T, then it would give me the transformation handles there. Oh, okay, I just press Escape when I don't want to do that. But excellent. And then it has, you can export to DDS here, which is the file format that Microsoft Flight Simulator libraries are saved in, and you can save it as a PSD, and it saves the layers, everything. And then I've tested this. I loaded up in Photoshop on the Mac, and it works fine. Fantastic. So I have like a Photoshop right here. Really nice. And then I can just then you can click this and you can look around the airplane. Okay, this music's getting a little too much here. Let's switch. Everything's becoming web-based. Look, even like here. Let's go to the library. Let's go to something a little more video gamey. What was this? What was that? Game something? Where the heck was that? The Game Chops, maybe. I think this was it. Let's do Game Chops. It's like basically video game music reinterpreted and performed. I'm not sure if this one's gonna work either, but maybe we're just gonna have to stick with the lo-fi, so I don't have to keep switching music all the time. Because the music for me with graphic design is important. They go together. Okay, this is sounding a little more chill. I'll leave it there for now. Okay, but this is a nice feature of Microsoft Flight Simulator, to this hangar that you can preview. You basically go to Home and you click on Profile, and you can click on Hangar then, and you can preview your airplanes here, and you can change liveries. And not only that, but they have this, you're in this hangar and the lighting keep changes. You can go into the cockpit, you can go to the outside of the plane and move it around, but this hangar keeps opening and closing once in a while, so the lighting changes as well, so you can have a preview of what it looks like with the lighting shining on it. And it's a really nice way to preview your liveries while you're working on them. You know, I don't use a 3D program. I'm not, I don't have 3D painting skills. I'm a 2D type of person, and so I like to play in 3D worlds, but I keep it, when I'm doing design, I stay in the 2D world. Okay, so if you see down here, I put hearts down here, but Hypertexthero is being hidden by the fuselage here, so we're gonna have to change that. We might have to do, I think I'm just gonna erase Hypertexthero from the wings. Okay, so what's although it would be nice, maybe I'll put it on one side, on the other side. Let me say today's a good day. Like I had on the other, on the BN2 Islander plane. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Photopea over here. Okay, this is done. I can I'll just close that. And then I'm gonna go to my where is it? Over here, and I'm gonna open up my fuselage file. Just drag and drop it here. Just loads it up. Oh no, that's never mind. It's the wings, not the wings. Not the fuselage, the wings. Oh, and I closed Photopea, so I have to open it again. All right, and I'm just gonna drag and drop the wings. Whoa, okay. Okay, look, this music's What is this? Is Castlevania or something? This sounds like Castlevania. No, this is gonna be too much. Let's just go for the royalty-free jazz, okay, and see how that goes. Coffee Shop Life, okay. That's the name of the first song that's coming up here. That's a little more conducive to some chill design. Alright, so this here, it's getting cut off by the fuselage. You see it gets cut off by the fuselage there, because the wings, you know, they go into the fuselage. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to... Oh, I press Control T because I'm on a web browser. I'm not in Photoshop. This is Photopea, so I'm going to Control Alt T. And then we're going to make this smaller. I'm going to put Hypertexthero right around there. And then I had dragged this folder here for my BN2 Islander, and I have like today is a good day in there. And you have a bunch of fonts in Photopea. So there's a today is a good day, and I'm going to put that on this side. But you notice that I got this library from the default one, so I noticed they had put it... you know, they had flipped it, so it's like you're looking in a mirror over there. So, whoa, and I'm really bright, right? What's going on here today? Stand by. So I'm going to flip this as well, okay? Here, let me do this real quick. The lighting is today, in New York City, the weather changed again. It's much more conducive to working. You can wear a shirt without it being a tank top. I'm not sweating like some, you know, like I've been playing pickup basketball outside for 3 hours before I got on the computer. So the whole lighting changed. So I should probably lower the brightness here of this camera a little bit, or at least punch up the contrast a bit. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna just keep looking at myself. I'm just gonna look at this. So okay, back to it's a good day. We want to flip it around because we're following what they had put there. So I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to go to transform and flip horizontally. Boom. All right. Today's a good day. I'm thinking, well, let's just see what happens. Okay. I'll just leave it like that. And I'm going to go file, export as, more, DDS. That's the format the Microsoft Flight Simulator wants. And I'm going to click save, and I'm just going to click save, and it's going to put in my downloads folder. And we're gonna go and check it out. Alright, so I have a bunch of windows open here. This is where I keep the picture. I don't keep them just in the community folder, because if there's an update to the aircraft, it can overwrite your work. You lose everything you've done. So that would be upsetting. I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I keep like in my this pictures folder called my own libraries. I have the name of the airplane, and that's where I keep my stuff. Okay, but here we just downloaded it. When you save from Photopea, it puts it in their downloads folder. I called it PSD, but because I loaded a file that's the PSD, but we want the one that they have in by default. Why does this keep disappearing? By default is named like this. It's I'm confused by this stuff. I mean, it's called .png, but it's a DDS. Okay. So right now I'm in Microsoft Flight Simulator community. This is the DC Designs aircraft Stearman, sim objects, airplanes, texture, the Hypertexthero. I just copied one of those and I added a .hypertexthero there. And now this is what the wings. So I'm just gonna right click there, rename. Wish was the Mac, so I just could press enter and then type something and press enter again, but nope, we're on PC. I tolerate PC in order to be able to play these wonderful video games. And I'll just drag that there. I'll replace it. Okay. I'm also going to replace the one here because I want to keep a copy on my folder. Okay. And then with that, all we have to do for it to update here is go to libraries, pick another one, so it loads up a different library. And then you click on yours again, so it puts yours back, and we should have an update. It should be updated, and there it is. It's updated. The one deficiency of the hangar is that you're in a hangar. You're on the ground. You're not flying in the air, so you can't look at the airplane. You can look up and say, hey, directly from below to see what the airplane looks like from there. So you kind of have to do it like this. That's looking pretty good, you know, for a first try. We're just going to leave it like that. We have a couple little hearts. We have Hypertexthero. We have today's a good day over there. I kind of want to put today's a good day on the top and Hypertexthero on the top too. So why don't we go ahead and do that? So let's go back. Now I'm gonna, did I save this as a PSD? I don't think I did. So let's go save as PSD. So we have, so I keep all these layers. I don't lose all my work. If I want to change my mind and I want to come and put one boss or something, you know, instead. I don't want to have to redo all this stuff because I had to like erase stuff here. I had to clone stuff out. I had to flip the letters. I had to put hearts in. I had to, you know, focus, move in close and they have like these little things here. I think this is probably a panel on the real airplane. So I just try to keep that, but I had to erase something behind it. So it took a little bit of work. We don't want to lose all that. That's why you save the PSD. And when you save the PSD, it goes to the downloads folder. You can always tell which one is the one of the layers because the file size is bigger. Okay, right there. And I want to drag that to my my own designs over here, own libraries, so that I don't lose that work. Just replace it there. Okay. And I should do another tutorial about how to get all this set up. You have a couple of text files you have to set up. One of them is a little annoying if you don't use this little utility, which makes it much easier. But I'll do a quick video about that soon, okay? But all right, so we wanted to put the Hypertexthero on the top of the wing. So let's go back to. Wait, this is the wing. So we are in the wings. So here, all right. If I turn on the UV over here, let me put the UV all on the way. This came with the plane. This UV layer. Boom. That shows you where we're painting. So right now, this is the bottom, okay? And this is a biplane. That means it has two wings. It's like one of these little things over here. You saw. Okay, it's not this one. This is a Pit Special, but it's a plane like this with two wings. So we have two wings to paint. We have this is a top. The biplanes you can see like usually the wing in the bottom is smaller and the wing in the top is bigger. Okay. So this is the bottom wing. This is the bottom of the bottom wing. This is the top of the bottom wing. And here is the top of the top wing and the bottom of the top wing. So we want Hypertexthero across the top here. So I'm just gonna take this. I think I have another copy of it over here. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna move that up there from this layer that I brought from my BN2 Islander, this folder. And this is amazing. This I can open two files here and I can drag layers between files and they move. It's the person who made this Photoshop clone is a genius. Okay. And all right, let's turn this on. There it is, Hypertexthero. I'll move it over here. I could put 1-2 jump there, but let's just leave Hypertexthero, okay? Because you can't see it from the top, and a lot of the times in Microsoft Flight Simulator, we're flying from a top. We're kind of like 3/4 above and behind the airplane. I like fly for the visuals to look cool. I like to fly from that perspective, so we're gonna go like that. It might be a little too shouty, and I think I'm gonna these hearts a little too shouty. They're a little too loud. Okay, I want them a little more subtle. So let's also reduce the size. I'm holding Alt and Shift here, so we keep the same like that, so we don't distort the hearts. Okay, now I'm just gonna pick one of them. One is that, and I'm just gonna line it up. I'm holding Shift so it stays up around there. I'm gonna line it up maybe right around there, maybe right in the middle of that thing there. And then I'll control click on that one, hold Shift, and also line this one up. Maybe there. Is that where it's going? I'm a little confused by these lines here. Looks about right? We can always change. And Hypertexthero is a little loud too. That's too big. So I'm gonna make that a little smaller. And I think I'm gonna put today's a good day up there too. Because I don't want to just shout Hypertexthero. I wanna put a positive message up there. Okay, so let's move that maybe there. I don't know. It's all, you always have to look. You have to see how it's looking in the actual 3D model before you make a decision, because you know that's where it's happening. Today is a good day. Good day to work, good day to stream here in New York City. It's breezy, it's cooler. The cats are not, you know, totally. Hey Tim, good morning. Jazzy, good morning. Joey, sorry, I'm sort of when I'm doing design stuff, I miss the chat sometimes. I'm trying something new today, starting a bit earlier and doing some painting and just talking through it. Good morning, Joey. Good morning, Timmy. Thursday, almost the end of the week. Just keeping some jazz going and doing a little bit of painting. I got a new Microsoft Flight Simulator airplane today. It's a PT-17 Stearman. It's what a lot of the World War II pilots learned to fly in. And I just read a book that mentioned this airplane. When I saw that this airplane was out, I was like, man, I'm gonna get this. It's only like 15 bucks too. So I flew a little bit of it yesterday. I have some comments on the flight model. You know, I'm not a real pilot, but I'm an armchair aficionado and a flight simulator critic. So it's good, but there's some things that maybe I'm making a mistake. But I read about them in a book, but I'm having trouble doing it in the airplane. So maybe someone will be able to tell me about it. They're called snap rolls, and I'm having trouble doing snap rolls on Microsoft Flight Simulator. You should be able to do it with this plane. Joey Bolo, I'm sad I have to go to the office later today. That means no Twitch and no day flying. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Joey. I hope that it's not too bad, and you can get back into the digital era as soon as possible. Hypertexthero still a little shouty. Let's ooh, no. Let's reduce the size of Hypertexthero a bit and match more the other side over there. I'll keep it on one wing over here. We can go just over maybe. All right. And today is a good day now. Maybe a little bit more to the left. Let's see how that's looking, okay? So basically now I'm gonna go File, Export As. We're in Photopea here, like some genius from Eastern Europe cloned Photoshop. And you can use it online, it's amazing. DDS. We want to export as DDS, okay, and save. I'm gonna put you in your downloads folder. Joey says, I do want to check out the Stearman, but then again, I rarely fly my Wacko YMF5. What is that? Is that a biplane too? That sounds like a cool airplane. Wacko YMA5. Y'all, let me just put this here before I forget, and then I'll go check it out, okay? Okay, here, I'll just rename this and copy that and then delete it because that's the one we just did. This is the new one over here. Now I'm going to rename and put that there. Now we're going to out tab to my texture Hypertexthero folder under the airplane. I'm going to drag and drop and replace. And then we'll go straight into Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to click on libraries. We're going to click on anything else just to load a different one, so that the computer loads something else. And then we're going to click back on the Hypertexthero one I was working on. And we're going to go back and click on the top right here and see what happens. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a good day. That there is a little weird. I think I should move it a little over. I should move them both a little over. But that's starting to look better. The biplane. Okay, let's check it out. Wacko. Why? Hey, is that where the word was? That Wacko, Texas, or something? Like some people got shot up by the FBI or something. I don't remember. And then is that where the word wacko, you went wacko, came from? I don't know, but I used to watch the X-Files, and I don't know if that was in the X-Files or something else. Wacko YM5. Ooh, cool. Nice. This looks pretty cool. Yeah, it kind of looks like a Stearman. I like this little thing in the... It's right behind my head here, like this little thing. Nice, yeah. Cool, I didn't even know that plane was out. Alright, let me continue painting my Stearman here. I'm just gonna, you know, try something new today, doing a little painting here before the beginning of the stream. And it could become a regular thing because, you know, I'm a graphic designer. I'm an amateur at painting airplanes. And maybe it could be interesting to show people how to put your own skins on these lovely digital flying machines we have access to in Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, I like to put the little hearts. I like to bring positivity. So I don't get confused. I go to the downloads and oh, that's fine. I'm gonna file Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm gonna save this as PSD, okay? Because I don't want to lose all my layers and all the work I did. So I'm gonna save that one. And if you go back, here's the downloads folder. The PSD is always the larger file, so there it is. And then I'm gonna drag that to my, like the separate folder that's separate from Microsoft Simulator, Flight Simulators that I keep so I don't lose everything when an airplane gets updated. I'm just gonna move that over there and replace the file destination. And now for the Microsoft Flight Simulator to see your texture, you have to export as. You go to more, and even though it says .png on the back of the file, it's not a PNG. That's confusing. It's more. You go to DDS. It's a DDS file you want. That's what it reads. I'm not a computer video game graphics expert, but I'm just following what they. I just basically figured this out by looking at a bunch of different tutorials and Googling and trial and error, you know. It's basically how I figure everything out. Okay, rename, copy, delete that one because that's the other one. Paste on that. Okay, now this I'll move it to my own one to do a backup there, and then I'll move it to texture to Hypertexthero here, which is a copy there and replace, which is in in the community folder, this DC Designs, Sim Objects, Airplanes, C Design, Stearman, Texture to Hypertexthero. Okay. I go here, I click on Libraries, click on anything else to load it up and then unload mine. There's some nice libraries here too. And then I'll go back to mine. Have a good one, Joey. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, coffee's good. I'll have a little more coffee too. Cheers. I'll turn this light off maybe. That's a little better, but then it doesn't light up the back here so much, but I feel like I have like a... Maybe I can turn this light a bit brighter. There. Alright, go back, click on this here so you can move her around. And there you go, Hypertexthero. Today is a good day. That's looking much better. We have a couple of little hearts in the back. We got Hypertexthero on the side. And we even have it on the bottom there. Okay, so let's go for a flight. Let's load her up on where should we go? Anybody have any requests? We can get on this big beautiful world map here. Okay, and before I go, let me just I saved the PSD here, so I'm okay to close this. Okay, I have my little Twitter social here. Basically, I'm showing behind the scenes the whole Hypertexthero operation here. Okay. Let's take a screenshot for the social here. So how about we go like to Kitty Hawk or something? I haven't actually flown there yet. Wright Brothers National Memorial. Set us departure. We're just starting the air. Oh, it's rainy. Whoa, really? Is that rainy over there? I don't really want to fly in the middle of the rain. Maybe Finger Lakes in northern New York, or just I'll just click here on a random spot and set departure. I'll make sure that I have my library. There it is. DC Designs Hypertexthero. And all players live traffic live. I am in the East USA server. Let me put on my Tuskegee Airman Rise Above baseball cap. Let's click fly and see how she's looking in the sky. I'll just go like that. Starting early today. Starting in the sky because we want to take a screenshot and then we're going to put it over in the socials. Oh shit, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot, look at that, I forgot to remove the UV layer. Wow, what an idiot. And Microsoft Flight Simulator is way too loud now because this is a biplane. I'm not in a cockpit, I don't have like glass isolating me, it's an open air biplane, so it's gonna be pretty loud. I'll show you, okay? But look, I forgot to remove the guides, so it's all... From this direction, the sound in this is excellent. It's really good. I hope that the BN2 Islander people, they get a good, wise sound engineer. And they get this type of sound with the Islander, because this sound is amazing, okay? But you see what I forgot to do? I forgot to remove all those lines, the guidelines. Okay? So we're gonna have to go back. And we're going to open up Photopeia again. Photoshop clone. Browser based. All the amazing. All the keyboard shortcuts are the same. Amazing. You have Photoshop wherever you want. And I'm going to was it both the wings? Now I don't remember. I think it was just the wings. So let's drag our PSD back into Photopeia. And let's turn off the UV. Okay, that's all we want. And I'm just gonna export as more and a DDS. And I'll click save. And then I'll go back to the downloads folder and I'll open up my own and I'll open up the texture, which is in the community folder. And it was the wings, right? So I'm gonna rename that just to copy the name. And drag it here and replace. And drag it from up here to down here and replace. And now that should be fine. And close this because it takes quite a bit of memory probably to load all this Photoshop files there. Okay. So let's go back to Microsoft Flight Simulator and let's try it again. We can do a quick check. Load up the hangar. Load a different livery. The silver is nice. I think I'm gonna make my main library the silver based on the silver one later. I just love the blue and yellow one. It's a classic, you know, looking aeroplane. And yep, that's looking better. Those lines are gone now. Oh, but it's not that one. It's this one, the Hypertexthero one. There you go. That's better. Okay. So let's try again. Let's go fly by the Finger Lakes. Here, let's... yeah, I'm just going to click here because I'm going to take a screenshot. And I'm going to put it on Twitter for my socials. So basically, showing you behind the scenes stream. Trancou. That means got stuck in Portuguese. Behind the scenes... Behind the scenes of the stream. Maybe that could be a good title. Behind the stream scenes. Behind the green screen. Behind the green screen. Maybe I'll do a stream once a week that'll be behind the green screen. Maybe every day. Maybe I'll start doing this every day. Okay. You can see how loud that is from the inside the cockpit. You have the big Continental radio engine out front. Okay, Okay, so we're gonna have to lower the... I don't know if Microsoft Flight Simulator has in the sound is option for both in cockpit and outside. Let's see, aircraft engines, aircraft miscellaneous. Maybe just aircraft engines. Get it really down. Because from here I'm fine. Alright. Let's just do it one like this. And the interesting thing is, like, you see, like, this guy here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn the sound down over here, okay. You see, like, you have this dude here. Okay, he's like a modern type dude with a baseball cap and a, you know, modern, it's like a t-shirt and headset and everything. So right down here on the cockpit, if you click this little button, crew select. Alright, so interesting feature here. And then look at that, if I go outside again. Now we're a World War II type guy. Okay, I think you can change, you can go to general and you can even change, I think, a pilot model. Graphics maybe. I don't remember where the pilot model is, but there is there you go, pilot avatar. You could try to put a woman there, you could try to put someone else, I don't know. Let's try to put an African American woman and see if it changes in the plane or not. I'm not sure if it would, but it would be interesting if it does. Okay, I don't know if it does, but interesting feature, that crew select anyway. Okay. Alright, so for good pictures you want to get close. The closer you get, the better your pictures will be. So let's get a little close here. And I'm just gonna take a picture right there for the stream social. There you go. And we're gonna go back here to the downloads folder, or I think it's a desktop, it saves it when you take pictures. No, it's in Steam. What am I talking about? I think I'm in the Mac still, but I'm in the PC. And there it is. I'm gonna right click, manage screenshots, and I'm gonna go show on disk. There it is. It's a little bit too big for Twitter, I think, but maybe not. Let's see. Then I'll just alt tab to my Twitter where I was writing that. It's fine. And I'll click tweets, and there you go. We have a tweet out. So I can close that too. Right now we're listening to this right here. We're listening to royalty-free jazz instrumental music for content creators, copyright-free. I hope that's true. I don't know. We'll find out when you put it on Google if you get like warnings or what. Yeah, put the link on the chat. Not all the music's good, but it's generally okay. My opinion. Alright, so just a little behind the scenes here of this Microsoft Flight Simulator Stearman. Okay, now we're gonna fly, okay? Alright, so this airplane. This airplane is a PT-17 Stearman, and it was basically the airplane that most pilots in the United States and Canada and also around the world, I think over 10,000 are made. Most pilots learned to fly in and first had their first solo flight in, and it is a very pretty airplane. It's a biplane, but it's not like a World War I biplane. It's much more advanced than that. There's an all-metal construction of the fuselage. Okay, there's a Continental R6 something engine in the front. It's a radio engine. Forget what the exact model is. It's pretty fast. I mean, it's pretty agile. You know, it can do like rolls and stuff. Most biplanes are pretty agile. Hey, Matrock, have you tried reading the compass in this plane? I have not. I just started playing with it yesterday, so brand new. But we have like the whiskey type compass right there. Okay, so we're heading north right now. I don't know if it has a regular compass. I don't think so. We have what do we have here? We have an altitude over there. There we got airspeed. Here we got the turn slip indicator. Vertical airspeed indicator, which is interesting. We have a temperature of I think the water and the oil probably. We have a clock right here, and we have a RPM. Okay. We have knife lights. I think they're on. The strobe lights are on. Engine primer, a starter over there. Have the parking brake here. Have a radio here. You can switch the frequencies around. Okay, it's all functioning. And down here I have the fuel cutoff, magnetos, battery, and avionics. It looks all messed up to me. Really? Like this here? Well, let's check it out. What direction we're heading. Right now we're heading northeast. Okay. That's about, yeah, 60 to 060. That looks right. So let's turn north. Whoa. What was that? Someone's hosting me, I think. That's that noise. Okay, I'm turning north now. Maybe you're right. Okay, now I'm technically north. Oh no, there you go. Now we're heading north. Okay, let's keep turning. Let's see if it's gonna take us to the west now. There's three. Okay. I think, yeah, the numbers seem off and the scale is weird. Maybe I'm being stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm being stupid, but I see what you're saying. Maybe it's a characteristic of the airplane when it banks. Maybe the compass is only accurate when you have the wings level. Maybe when you do that, when you bank, maybe it gets confused. Okay, now we're 210. Okay, let's head south. I basically have this thing open here just to check our heading. Well, pretending we have a like GPS open over here. But maybe it's just the way this. These are, I think, what used to be called whiskey compasses because it looks like it's in a glass of whiskey. These people who flew these airplanes probably drank a hell of a lot too. If you're gonna go to war, you know, you're gonna end up drinking quite a bit to get your shakes under control. But maybe it's just yeah, maybe it's the way it works. I don't know. I'm by all means I am not an expert in this airplane. I'm just jumping into it now. But I love the sound. The sounds are really nice, especially from the outside view. I really like the sounds. It's a little too if I turn the volume down like I did here, it gets a little too low. Let me get it back to the normal. I had about 80 the volume, and I'll just control it through the Windows sound thing. Okay, but it's a very nice sounding airplane, and this it can totally tell after flying the BN2 Islander. It can totally tell like the Wise sound, not Wise in a wise man, but it's called a Wise sound engine. That it has positional audio. So from here it sounds one way. If I move the camera around. From here it sounds a different way, and the sound changes, and from the front the sound changes too, and that's really cool I find. And this is a part of what this Wise sound engine does. See, it changes depending on the position of the airplane, and you have like let's climb a bit. Let's do a chandelle here, like a sharp turn, sharp climbing turn. The airplane's gonna almost stall, and then we're gonna go big, change direction. Okay, but I'm gonna climb a bit and then I want to turn off the engine and show you what the wind sounds like. It sounds really good. Hopefully if the sound levels are off, just let me know if the music's too loud or my voice is too loud on the airplane. You can't hear the airplane, or the airplane's too loud. If you let me know, I'll adjust it. And down here we have some we have like this database thing, which is funny. I don't know if that's like Easter egg of the developers. Like this is where the data is, where we keep the data. We have mixture control right here. There it is, lean and rich. At the throttle right there. This over here is the trim. Okay, and it has you can trim takeoff, neutral, landing. It has like the degrees over there. So I control that with my hat switch. That little trim wheel is gonna move there. So you have trim on this. You don't have aileron trim, but very friendly. And I mean, I'm not surprised that a lot of people learn to fly in this airplane, because look at even the typography. Look at that battery, avionics, solo from rear seat only. Okay, if you're flying, the instructor is always in the rear seat and the student is always in the front seat. It's you know, often I used to think it was the other way around, but nope. The instructor is always in the back seat. The person, if you're flying solo, you're in the back seat. The front seat is for the student over there. Okay, this is a plane designed for flight training. So it has all the basics. Has altitude, has airspeed, turn. It has a clock for you to do dead reckoning. It has a starter. It has mixture. So all the basics of flying an airplane are here. You have your ailerons over there. We have elevators there. We have the rudder. And very sturdy landing gears, these things. Very sturdy. Very stable on the ground, I found. It pulls to the... When you're taking off, it does pull to the right, I think, or the left. Okay, but now we're getting some height here. Let's try... This is the one thing that I'm not sure about of this flight model, or any flight model Microsoft Flight Simulator. Maybe I'm just being dumb, but I cannot do snap rolls in this simulator. Alright, snap roll generally you're going to be flying about, I don't know, about 120 knots, I think. So let's, or cruising speed even, like this airplane about 80 knots, I think. I don't know if it has it listed over here. No, that would be nice if they put like some information, a little piece of paper there. But maybe that's simulating your analog navigation computer. Joey Bolo, biplanes brew time, awesome. So yeah, snap roll generally you will pull back on the stick quite sharply. It's basically a high-speed stall. Okay, you're gonna pull on the back stick quite sharply and then apply either left or right rudder depending on what direction you want to roll in. Let's try the right rudder. So I'm gonna pull up and right rudder. See, it doesn't do it. That's not really a snap roll. I feel but maybe it is, and I'm just being dumb. You hear the speed of the sound of the wind. So maybe I just don't know how to do a snap roll. But in DCS, with the TF-51, the free airplane there, pretty easy to do. You pull sharply on the stick, that plane will do a snap roll pretty quick. Here, let's try this. Let's try to do a snap roll on the top of the loop. Okay, got a little bit of airspeed here, about 120 knots. Okay, now we're gonna pull. Not enough energy. I'll just do a hammerhead instead. Okay, but I just started flying this, so I'm just not familiar with it. But I haven't been able to do a snap roll in this or in any other Microsoft Flight Simulator airplane. Maybe I should try the Pit Special. I haven't tried on that one in a while. Maybe that one will. Maybe that worked. Maybe that was a snap roll there. Let's try it from the outside view. Here it goes. Pull back on the strict, full right rudder. No. Maybe my timing is off. Slowly learning some more, trying to learn some more precision flying. I'm definitely not the most precise person. The Pits will do that what you want for sure, really, because powerful engine. Maybe you need a more powerful engine. But I've been reading this book, I just finished it not long ago, by Howard H. Brown and the Tuskegee Airmen. And he talks about doing snap rolls on this, so that's why I wanted to try it. And I can read it for you in a little bit. Alright, here we go. Let's try again. Stand by. Just a regular roll. That regular loop. can really get a sense of speed of this airplane. Timmy says, Joey, I did end up grabbing the X-Cub after you mentioned it to me. I really like the amphibian. Yeah, that's a fun plane. Free airplane. It's like a Bush Flyers or something. Amazing. Free airplane from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Fun plane to fly this though. It's very stable. It's not gonna... I mean, you can if you take off and you pull too much on the stick, you will stall and you will crash. I've done that once yesterday, but other than that, not too many surprises here. It's very and you know, there's no wonder this was a trainer, because it's a very gentle airplane. It's a sturdy landing gear. You can do fast touch and goes like that. Right, even from the outside view, I can touch and go on this thing. Watch out for this tower here. Yeah, Bush League Legends, excellent. I don't know if it was you, if it was Matrog or someone else that introduced me to their plane a while back. Amazing, amazing, free airplane of basically an X-Cub with floats, right? What a pretty airplane this. And it's just a beautiful airplane too, this PT-17 Stearman. Where am I? I'm in I think Finger Lakes. I just picked a random I'm in the biggest, the southeastern side of the biggest Finger Lake north of New York State here. Closest airport, let's see, is Knox Landing, 15 November Kilo. 15 November Kilo. Alright, 15 November Kilo. Alright. Okay, let's try a couple more maneuvers of this thing, a few more maneuvers. Okay, we've done the Chandelle, let's do another one. Sharp turn and climb. I don't know what the stall speed is on this thing is. It's like 60 or 40 knots or... There you go. Just a little Chandelle. Gain altitude, lose airspeed. Trade airspeed for altitude. Now let's... we could try to do a falling leaf. I mean, it's kind of hard to show it from the third-person view. This maybe if I go to, maybe if I go from the, get the camera in the front. I love these 1930s type airplanes. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be difficult to do it from the outside view the other way around. I'll probably crash, but let me try to do it from here first. I think it's all rudder. Let's just go down into some more low-level flying. Bust some of these farmers here. Maybe have some Amish up here. And get some good asparagus, some good potatoes, and just say hi to them. Very beautiful part of the world here. I've never been in real life, but I heard it's, I mean, it looks beautiful, and I want to go to camp in north New York State, Finger Lakes region, not far from Canada. But yeah, I'm a happy camper of this airplane. It's you know, for the price, it's like 15 bucks or 10 pounds if you're in the UK. It's you get a nice little airplane that's very nice to learn to fly and to practice. So you can, there's a nice clock in the front, so you can practice dead reckoning. You can get a bearing. The compass is hard to read. I generally don't like these whiskey type compasses. I prefer like a proper round one. But maybe it's a good way for me to practice reading that compass as well, you know, because I'm not so good at it. So I always don't know which way to turn. Like, let's say if I want to go west now, do I turn left or right? I think it's left. See, no, it's right. So I have to think of the opposite. Oh, I think there's someone with me. Hey, is this Matrog? Fantastic. Fantastic. That was awesome. I saw like with the shadow. Do I have I think I have number plates turned on, but maybe not. Give me 1 second. General traffic. Oh, I had it off because I was probably taking screenshots yesterday. That was good. What was going on? There he is, Matrog, ladies and gentlemen. Here. Oh, it's nice. One of the best features of this video game is the ability to fly with other people. I'm gonna do a split S and form on you, okay? Here we go. I think I almost crashed into the lake. MC Simple. Hope your week's going well, Tim, after the list, loads of stuff to do list in the beginning. I can't complain, mine is going pretty well. Very pretty airplane. What a classic looking airplane with that blue fuselage, the yellow wings, sturdy landing gear, the nice Continental radio engine out front. A classic flying machine. Pure Microsoft Flight Simulator. You felt the G's on them? Yeah, man, that was because I couldn't tell the. I think I was lower than I thought, and you know it's water, so I think I almost. The sound in this is great when you're pulling G's. Here. There he is, Matrog. Friend of the stream here on the chat and in the air. Try to form up. He has the very pretty, all silver, basically, all metal. Oh! All metal livery. I was close too. Flex out. Got some pleasure boats down there. A lot of people enjoying the Finger Lakes here in the simulator and probably in real life New York as well. New York State. And here we are, let's form up of Matrog. Flying low here, buzzing some of these pleasure boats, making some of the people, you know, drop their beer and or their coffees. Excelente, excelente. Make him shit their britches. Like, where are these guys on these biplanes flying around the lake? I want to make a complaint. Oh, did you just touch your wheels on the water? It looked like I almost touched the wheels on the water there. Very pretty. Very responsive airplane, this PT-17 Stearman. They're really nice. I am not surprised this was used as a trainer. Not surprised in the least. I think about just over 10,000 built. People flew them all over the world. They had them in Brazil, in Cuba, in Asia, in Europe. A little tight there of the trees. Some tide formation flying here with Metrog. The kind of formation flying people learned as fighter pilots, because you know you want to. Back then you don't have like you know, radar. I mean, you had radar, but on the ground, you know, not on the airplane. So if you want to stick together, you had to fly close, and if you're in bad weather, you had to fly even closer. And you know, dangerous, but then you stay together. And more eyes in the sky, less chance of getting jumped by banditos. Excellent flying here by Matrog. I'm just trying to keep up here. Buzzing all these lakeside inhabitants. Pretty airplane. It's so nice. You can just, you know, you give them 15 bucks, it's just flight, and you got a nice, lovely little airplane that you can learn to fly. I think I would like to learn to fly one of these, and rather than the Cessna 152 even, because you know you can do maneuvers. You can do like rolls and stuff. You can go like that. Let's try something. Haven't done this in this one yet. I don't know if it'll cut out like in the Spitfire. The Spitfire Mark 1. Going for the landing. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Matrog, an applause for the flying of this friend of the stream here. Oh, it's a touch and go. Did the applause come in? Please, computer, an applause for Matrog. Very nice flying there. I'll do a touch and go here as well. Let's try that. Very sturdy landing gear. Not too difficult to do a touch and go of this one. Let's try from the outside view. Awesome. Intense clapping. Yeah, well, I often do unintended things, believe me. You can do fast touch and goes with this thing because it's sturdy landing gears. It's oh! Tomas! Did you see that? It acted like a tree or something. Holy shit, managed to recover. Tricky to slow it down, huh? Yeah, it has a weight to it. It really has a weight to it, this airplane. There's no flaps on this thing. Boom, touch and go. No flaps on this thing. And I've seen like people flying this in air shows and they do fast touch and goes on this. Like they bounce off and up again. I think this is a dairy farm over here by the looks of it. Boom, touch and go. It's nice to fly planes with sturdy landing gears. Let's watch Matrog. Sharp pulling, sharp starboard turn here. Very forgiving airplane, very fun plane to fly. Oh! Almost got the tree. I love seeing the shadow of the planes because it really gives you an idea of the three-dimensionality of the place and stand by, I'm gonna go around. Very responsive engine too. You can like all of a sudden you can really take off. You know, oh, I ordered track IR, it's on its way. Inspired me to get it. Yeah, track IR. It's really one of the best investments I've made for my just for flight simulators for fun because you get so used to it. You know, I'm just looking around, and it's so nice. Here, let's cut the engine here. And let's go land by Matrog. I don't know if Neofly, because I've been noticing all these airplanes I have, you know, I have a Blaireau, it's like a plane from 1909, and it's starting to appear in the airports, and even though I didn't add it manually to the database, so I wonder if Neofly, I'm not flying with Neofly right now, but I wonder if Neofly has added well, let's go around one more time so we don't crash that car. I wonder if Neofly has added like automated, like, you know, if you have an airplane in your community for it, automatically put into the pool of airplanes that appear in the world ready to fly. Let me give myself a little more space. That's exciting, Joey. Let me know when you get your track IR. Yeah, that must be amazing. I know VR is amazing here too, but you know, for streaming, wearing a VR headset is just be so crazy, you know, I just wouldn't. Yeah, tricky to slow down this thing down. You need to get quite a bit of space. Look at that. It doesn't want to slow down. Oh, let's just go again. It does not want to slow down. Matrick is so right. Might be in trouble now. Ooh. I want to load up the pits after and try the snap row in there because I think I can do a snap row in this, but it's not a fast snap row. It's quite low. And I'll read you a passage from the book where Harold Brown talks about one of the Tuskegee Airmen, later became a test pilot, where he talks about flying this airplane. It's the first plane that he flew and that he soloed in. Let's just try to get her on the ground, even if it's a little faster. And I'm just going to start applying brakes, and I'm going to put full back pressure. There you go. Then the uphill's a little easier. Lovely airplane. Oh. And it's fully clickable cockpit here. I can put the parking brake. I can switch everything off here. Thanks so much. And thanks for flying, Matrog. That was a pleasure. Really nice flying, man. Another applause for Matrog, ladies and gentlemen. Applause for Joey coming in here. Happy Thursday for Timmy Thumb. I don't know if Matrog streams, but I'll do a shout out there. Joey does stream sometimes. Timmy, of course. Oh, it's good. Fantastic. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So yeah, a very pretty airplane. Let me just read you a passage from Harold Brown's book here, because I finished this book. It's a really nice. It's a really nice book because it doesn't talk just about the war. It talks about his journey from like a kid and wanting to become a pilot. And I'll just read a couple of passages of from. Let me try to leave you with a view here that you'll be able to see the sky here. All right. This book here, it's let me turn on the preview. It's Keep Your Airspeed Up by Howard H. Brown. And this guy flew everything from this PT-17 Stearmans to, P-51s, P-47s, P-40s, to the jets like a F-86, B-68 or B-60, whatever that nuclear bomber, nuclear weapon equipped bomber was, and the guy just flew everything. He basically became a test pilot afterwards. And his there's a picture of the PT Stearman over here, right there, on the book. Hard to see the light in there. And he says that we were met by Director Jackson, Chief Pilot Charles Alfred Anderson, and a group of pilots who would take us through the approximately 60 hours of flying time in the bi-wing PT-17 primary trainer Stearman. The PT-17 was the first of the 4 airplanes to be used in our training. The other 3 were BT-13, a basic trainer, the AT-6, the advanced trainer, and the P-40, which is a beast of a plane with like a 1,000 horsepower plus engine up front. Transition to fighter aircraft as the P-40. All right, and he talks about this is an interesting an interesting description of his first solo flight on this airplane. It was, I'll read this for you, this pastor, okay? Like almost all pilots, I can remember vividly what it was like to solo for the first time. I had completed 7.5 hours of dual instruction with Mr. Cargill, and I had landed the aircraft, and he told me to taxi over to the wind T. Okay, this is like it's like a windsock, but it was like a T. I have to find a picture of that, which played a vital role for pilots. The T showed us the direction of the wind was blowing as we looked down on it from the sky. The T sitting on the pivot with swivel as the wind changed. We did not have runways to land on, nor radio communication. We landed on nothing more than a large field that could accommodate several airplanes, practicing takeoffs and landings at the same time. It was important to make sure all the planes were landing in the same and proper direction. The wind T allowed this to happen, okay? All right, and before, let's do this, okay? Since we're here live online, let me get out of here. Just a heads up, Matrog, I'm leaving this session. Let's go to where they were flying this, okay? This is like in the early 1940s, okay? We're talking about here. Tuskegee Airmen. This is Harold Brown's Keep Your Airspeed Up book. Wonderful book because it talks a lot about airplanes. The guy had passion about airplanes. He wanted to fly since he was a little kid. So let's go. They flew at Mosey Airfield. I think it's down near Tuskegee. Was it Mosey? Let's see. Flight training. Moulton Flying Field, not Mosey, Moulton. I don't know why I had Mosey in my head. Moulton Flying Field, Muni to... Okay, so this is where we're going to go right now. We're going to go to 06A. Moulton Field, Muni. Okay. I'm just going to go flight conditions. I'm in the East USA server online. Maybe it's stormy. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I'm leaving live weather, all players, everything. Maybe it's stormy. Let's see how it's looking like. And I'm going to start out parked on the ramp there. Let's see what the weather's looking like. Maybe I'll have to switch from live weather to something else if it's pouring down and can barely see in front of the propeller. Okay, so on the first day we were bused to Moulton Flying Field, a couple of miles from campus. Our class was made up of 60 students. All right, and they were flying the PT-17. And now he's describing his first solo experience, okay? I followed Mr. Cargill's instruction and taxied over to the Wind T. When we arrived with the engine still running, Mr. Cargill climbed out of the front seat where the instructor normally sat and pulled his parachute out. He left me in the back seat, the seat from which the plane normally was flown when we flew alone, and he said, "It's yours. Do you think you can fly this airplane alone and land it without crashing and killing yourself?" We're gonna have to change this weather, okay? Yeah, we're gonna have to change this weather. Can I do it from here, or am I gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna have to... Let's put some scattered clouds. Okay. Alright, and I'll give you an outside view. This is where we are. Okay. This is modern day Moulton Field Moody. The airmail pilots used to fly these things in all kinds of weather. That's right. I think that's one of the funnest things. I play IL-2 Sturmovik. I love IL-2 Sturmovik because, you know, this sort of thing won't happen there. You have damage modeling. You know, if a car crashes your airplane, you'll have damage. And I actually asked people in IL-2, the developers, like, why don't you guys do a quick mission thing that's not historical? It's you know, based on I call it combat airmail, and you do missions. Yeah, I'll put a link to that. And you do missions to deliver mail, and people try to shoot you down. And if you manage to deliver the mail, you get points. And if they shoot you down, they get points. I think that would be so much fun with a combat flight sim. But you know, I love the IL-2 developers. Wonderful game, but I think they're you know they want to concentrate on the historical stuff. I don't know if they want to do this sort of stuff. Maybe I'm gonna have to make it myself at some point. It does have a mission editor. There's talented mission designers out there. Maybe I'm gonna have to go to IL-2 and make it myself. All right, got someone starting up here. Is this Matrog? It is Matrog right here with us. Okay, so I'm gonna give us. I'm gonna give myself. I'm gonna keep a wide view here of the airfield so we can maybe see people flying around if you want to join in. Okay, let's stay close to the airplane. Like that. Not too wide. We don't want to distort too much. Okay. All right. So I'm still reading the description of this first solo flight. Okay. So he said, "It's yours. Do you think you can fly this airplane alone and land it without crashing and killing yourself?" He then laid down on the ground near the wind tunnel, using his chute as a pillow, and he said, "I'll be waiting here for you." He said, "I knew then that I was being soloed." It is difficult to fully describe that first solo flight because so much was going through my head at the time. My God, I'm on my own. Can I really land this airplane? At the same time, I had strong belief that yes, I can fly this airplane and land it alone. This had been my goal and I am ready. My first solo flight turned out to be completely uneventful as I flew around the traffic pattern and performed a normal landing. Okay, I taxied back over to the wind tunnel and Mr. Cargill was waiting. He commented, "Well, you landed it okay. Take it around one more time to make sure you know what you're doing, and so I can see that the first landing wasn't just pure luck," okay? And I again took off, flew around the traffic pattern, and made another good landing. I had mentioned it to Mr. Cargill. I didn't mention it to Mr. Cargill, but it was really the second landing that convinced me I was ready to fly solo, now completely confident in my ability to fly the aircraft. Pilot soloed as early as possible. It wasn't unusual to solo under 10 hours. As the cadet began to approach 11 or 12 hours and hadn't soloed, the instructors would begin to look at him suspiciously, since flying solo was the most important test required to become a pilot. Alright, so that's Harold H. Brown talking about his first solo in this airplane, the PT-17. Alright, let's take a look around, see if someone's gonna do some aerobatics here for us. We don't have smoke yet on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't think we have smoke, right? That would be a nice recorded track 82 here in the house. Look at that. Okay, doing a quick pass by and I think a Shock Ultra, and of course we have Matrog over here taken off. I think. Let me switch to the to this view over here. Nice thing about the not the drone view, but the regular view is you can actually use your mouse to track, so you can like move a little bit more smoothly, and follow other airplanes around, see what they're doing. I love flyby sounds. Good sounds are so important. You know what I've been loving sounds in? War Thunder. War Thunder has great sound. You know, it's really good sound. So it's so important. Good sound. And let's watch Matrog do a couple of passes here. You got recorded track as well with his Shock Ultra, and then soon we'll start up this. Look at that! Is our pilot change? Okay, we got the modern pilot there, of Geordie LaForge's sister. Now she got tired of you know, just being someone on the ramp with the things making the airplane come in. So she's learning to fly here. This might be her first solo. Okay. We're just I'm just doing a little bit of role play here. You're in 06 Alpha Molten Field Mooney, where the Tuskegee Airmen did a basic training in the PT-17. Here comes the coordinate track. Is going to do a very low fly pass here. Zooming in. Those big wheels. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. And I'll switch back to, oh, here comes Matrog, I think. But I'll switch back to the drone view, and that'll give us a little more flexibility, so I don't have to have just my plane in the center here. All right, and it's time to start doing some maneuvering. I think let's start her up. Okay, let's get in the cockpit. So the nice thing about this airplane too is that it's cockpit layout is very simple. You can start from left to right, okay? So you start on the left here. You make sure your pitch trim is neutral for takeoff. The controls are unlocked, okay? I think that's what that does. I'm not an expert in this airplane. Mixture, we're gonna put it to full. Okay, throttle, we'll give it a little bit of throttle. The closed shutoff valve is I think on, right? Yeah, so that was already on. Magneto will just do both. And I'm not an expert in this airplane. I may be doing something wrong. So I'm just going from left to right here. Notice that it just like start from the left-hand side and you move up. Very simple. Battery on. Avionics on. When you turn the avionics, you'll see like the radio here turn on. Okay, over here we have the night lights on. I'll keep the strobes off, not to blind the poor people on the, even if they're sunglasses, on the ramp. I'm gonna prime the engine. So we did a clockwise movement here. Prime the engine a little bit. And now I press the starter, and that should turn on this Continental radio engine out front. Oh, there's Matrock doing some passes in his own BN2. I mean, not BN2, his own PT-17. Alright, that's it. I don't think there's air traffic control in this, so I'm just gonna tell him, you know, announce taxi. I don't think anyone's gonna reply, so I'll just ignore that for now. Okay. And park and brake off right over here. Carburetor heat, I don't understand this very well. I'm just gonna leave it cold. I think that's fine. And we're off. I think I have to taxi the other way, actually. Have you tried the Ryan STA? I have not. Is that's that pretty silver one, right? That just came out. I was going to buy that, but then I saw that this had been released, and I was like, man, I just read about this plane in this book. I'm gonna get this one. But that's only like, I think 14-20 bucks too, right? So it's a good price. Looks really nice. Is it just flight as well? Same company? I mean, I'm gonna need a new hard drive for this game because there's so much stuff coming out for this, you know. And I love these kinds of planes. I like the older, the old school planes. Oh, gonna smash into the little light there. Let me get some more frames by disabling my preview here. I have my preview on OBS. And that's giving me a little bit of trouble, causing me a little bit of grief here. Let's It's A1 Designs on Sim Market. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep. I do have it bookmarked. Whoa. Awesome. It would be nice if Microsoft found another solution of this disappearing airplane when you're too close. I know they don't want to put in the damage modeling, but it would be nice to be able to fly a little closer. Oh, and here I go. I'm going to crash into these lights again. Going too much from this outside view here can cause trouble. I don't know how to read this fuel gauge. I assume that's the fuel gauge there. I'm assuming that's half. There's an H there. I assume that's half. Because the fuel is on the wing there, and I have 46 gallons up there. Alright, here we go. And for this takeoff, I'm going to attempt to do a flyby view. We don't have, like... Whoa! I caught a track 82 of the buzzing here, the low fly pasts. Okay, you don't have, like, used to be, like, I think F3 in the classic Microsoft Flight Simulator for, this plane. Careful not to leave your throttle to 0 because the airplane will cut off. Okay, so leave it a little bit like over there. And let's put our brakes on. Okay. Let me put the parking brake on so it won't be moving. And I keep our throttle going. The line gets to the bottom, you're out of fuel and out of luck. Okay, copy that. So very nice of Matrock here to give us some. There you go, it's an E for empty over there. So if that line, that middle thing gets to the bottom. And this you can see how it works, you know, you have fuel there, it's pushing down. The gravity is affecting this gauge here. So if that goes down to empty, out of fuel, get ready to do a dead stick landing somewhere, okay, if you're flying. Preferably on the ground when you're out of fuel. Okay, so Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 doesn't have flyby view, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to simulate one, okay? So I'm going to go to drone view, and I'm going to move this all the way to the other side of the runway. And here, let me disable track IR here so I don't go crazy, okay? Let's go all the way to the other side of the runway. Doesn't have to be all the way to the other side because I think this plane will turn pretty fast. Okay, let's leave it right here. Okay. And now I'm gonna Press tab and then control tab, and I think that should give us a flyby view. Let me hydrate a second. We've been talking for a long time here. He's almost 11. All right. Here we go. Full power. Brake off. I have control of the airplane. Shit. Shit. Okay. Taking off. Drone view is not pointing in the right direction. Okay, I messed something up. We'll try it again. That looks like a... It's either like a painted marking for a compass, old school, or an ILS antenna. Oh, here you go. There's my plane. No, that's Matrog. Okay. My drone view stayed down there, but I think it's confused by my track IR or something. So I'm gonna keep doing passes on the runway because I have the drone view there and I want to see the flyby sound of this airplane. Okay. I don't know where I am with that drone view. Biplane action here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, here I come, here I come. Oh! Oh my god, you see that? Just barely... I didn't have control. That's what drives me crazy about the drone view, because you have a button to get or not control. And my airplane doesn't... Since it's me, it doesn't give me the... Yeah, I'll keep turning and see if you guys can form up, okay? I'm gonna keep doing circuits on this runway here, clockwise. Here we go. The Matrog and recorded track 82. Lovely. Drone view is still crazy. Let's get the drone view back to the airplane so that we can start again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wonderful. I love these General Aviation airplanes. Really cool. And there's a screenshot, ladies and gentlemen. Recorded track 82 and Matrog. Another applause for these flyers here with us. Excellent. Let's follow Matrog now. Let's follow him in. You can hear the wind. You can feel the wind in your hair almost of this airplane. Really nice sound. Go buzz the cars. Unfortunately, we can't fly under bridges and stuff because the engine just stops. Attention, this is Patrol Car 5. We have a couple of biplanes flying very low here on the expressway. We couldn't get an ID on their tail number, but be advised, I have 3 airplanes here. What appears to be 2 biplanes and 1 monoplane. Oh, did it work? Oh, jeez. I don't know if it lets you. I'll try too. Does it let you fly under that? Let me try it. Lovely. Look at the lighting here. I love like scattered clouds and stuff. Hey, Matrog, a Piper HR 9er here. It's alright, it's taking off again. It's a video game. That's the wonderful thing about playing video games. You can do crazy stuff and you're okay. You don't have to get a big hospital bill or, you know, hurt someone else. Can you go under those bridges? I'm afraid of trying because I have I don't have like damage disabled here. Maybe I should disable damage and see. You can't. Okay, copy that. Touch and go on the highway here. Before that tree gets close. Touch and go. Gonna go fly back towards Muni. I'll keep flying low on this though. I'll slow down to so recorded track and catch up here, and Matrog as well. There he's gonna try it. Whew. Yeah, I think it basically it lets the 3D model. The 3D model goes in, but then something happens with the game code that says your plane broke. It doesn't let you do it, which is unfortunate. You know, it's a fun thing to do. There's this mission in IL-2 Sturmovik that's community made. I should try to find a link and put it here. I've streamed it a couple of times, and I keep forgetting, but I have to go back and give feedback to the guy because I promised I would. It's a wonderful mission. It's set in the various maps. You can play on the Bodenplatte map. This is an IL-2 Sturmovik, and it's basically it's called a playground, and it has a bunch of you fly into a marker and planes spawn for you to shoot down. You fly into another marker, and there are tanks for you to practice shooting at. You fly under a bridge, and then planes come and help you. So it has all these cool, like, fun stuff you can do at Bodenplatte Playground. If you like, if you play IL-2 Sturmovik, that's a fun one. Here, let's try landing just to practice, and then taking off again immediately. Excellent plane to fly from third person. This very gentle and very forgiving. That's the word I want. Forgiving plane. Okay, now full power. We didn't even touch that tail wheel down. Black screen. Oh, sorry to hear that, Piper. Was that when you crashed on that thing, or did my MSFS crash? I had a hard crash yesterday. It was the first in a long time. I don't know if it was the weather was too hot. Friend of the stream here, Elias Speaks, is having some computer issues. But, you know, it's so difficult to help with that. You need so much information at a distance. But I had a hard crash, but I had turned on developer mode in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that's when that happened. And it's when there's an update for the BN2 Islander that came out, and instead of deleting the folder and installing it from scratch, I overwrote it, so maybe there was a problem. So then I went back and deleted it and did it from scratch. Very nice update to the BN2 Islander. Later in the afternoon, I'm going to be streaming it. It doesn't have new sounds yet. That's what I'm most looking forward to. But they're looking for a Y sound engineer. If you know a Y sound engineer, go to blackboxsimulations.com. Contact the people there, and they have a job for you probably. Because I would love to have good sound in the BN2 Islander as good as in this PT Stearman here. Pipe HR 99 says, thought I had enough room under the bridge, but probably hurt my wheels. Yeah. Yeah, apparently they don't let you fly under the bridge, right? I've tried it on a bunch of bridges in New York, and they wouldn't let me fly. Matrock, do you know how to do snap rolls of this thing? I think I managed to do one. It felt really slow for a snap roll, but I'll read you another passage in a little bit of Harrow H. Brown's book, and he talks about doing snap rows of these things, of the PT-17. He talks about this maneuver that you do this. Look, you do a loop like you're doing now, okay? And when he was on his back, then you pull hard on the stick, left rudder or right rudder, and do a snap row on the top of the loop. Which sounds awesome, but I can't seem to do it in this airplane. It doesn't seem to, when I pull sharp back on the stick, it doesn't seem to respond in that way. A really fun plane to do aerobatics in. Very forgiving, sturdy, good sound. Some nice paint jobs comes with it. You can do your own. I put the Hypertexthero here. Today is a good day. Yeah, I wouldn't expect the fly metal to be there realistic. Yeah, the only I have to try the pit special and the extra, because I guess those would let you do snap rows, right? In this. But in terms of snap roads in the flight simulators that I have experience with, that I play right now, the best one for snap rows is by far DCS. DCS, you pull sharp on the stick, boom, you will. It feels like a snap roll. Okay, a snap roll. Here in Molten Field Municipal Airport, 06 Alpha. Trying out the PT-17 Stearman that I got yesterday with Matrog in the house. Got a recorded track 82 flying with us. I'm Hypertexthero. That used to be my name when I did, like, I was more idealistic about web development, but I just sort of gave up when everything became JavaScript and really bloated applications. I just, you know. My idealism was shot. As if it was shot down by a BF-109 or something, and then, but I think the web will go back to, it's always, these cycles of technology always happen, you know, and I think we're gonna come back to good, simple websites of HTML and CSS and a little sprinkling of JavaScript just to help make it more accessible, not just to actually make it work, you know. Excellent. Oh, I think I hit a tree. I heard a noise. I'm still okay. It's a pretty tough airplane. Second time I do that today. The only plane I've had a proper and controlled spin is the Ryan. Is it really the new one? Cool. I'm gonna have to get that, man. Because it was the one I was gonna get, and then I saw the PT-17. I was like, I just read about this plane. I'm gonna get this one for now. But I love all these little... I love these little airplanes. It does have some nice wheel touchdown sounds. Like choop, choop. Oh, Recovery Track 82 coming in with, was that a pit special? Or is that the one we're flying? Let's see. What a pretty machine. Yeah, these are kind of airplanes that made me fall in love with aviation. Reading books like, you know, Yeager's autobiography, Yeager, when I was a kid. And having planes like these Matchbox, like little metal, die-cast metal models. And playing the early flight sims. I don't remember what was the first World War II airplane flight sim I ever flew. I think... What the heck was it? I started with Spectrum Holobyte Falcon, the original Falcon. Cannibal Queen, what is that one? What is that about? That's an interesting name. The only plane I've had a problem. Okay, the Rhine. Yep, I read that one. Here he comes. Recorded track is coming of a low flyby and another biplane. I'm not sure what it is yet. Let's see. Let's see. It's a pit special. Excellent. And I went to air shows when I was a kid. Oh, going a little off. Air shows and ultra lights flying over the beach in Rio de Janeiro when I was very young. Whoa! The car track went down there, but hey, it happens. I'm surprised I haven't crashed yet today. God knows I had a... The gods know I had a couple of close calls there. Thanks so much, Matrog. Another applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Matrog here joining us. Some excellent flying. Some really excellent flying here. And I'll turn off this engine. So you just go back the other way. We'll turn the nav lights off. We'll set the parking brake. We're going counterclockwise now. We turn the avionics off, the battery off. The magnetos, you can see the detail here if you get a little close. Magnetos both off, a little bit tricky sometimes. Close the fuel. Lock the controls. And also an applause for, what is his name? Let's get the camera back here so we can see Matrog. Recorded Track 82, an applause also for Recorded Track for joining us on the stream as well. Who of Matrog. Cannibal Queen is about a guy flying a Stearman across 48 Straits by Stephen Kuntz. Oh, cool, Stephen Kuntz. I read a book by Stephen Kuntz. It's been a long time. I don't remember what the title was. That would be a dream for me. One day, you know, I talk about sometime getting a pilot's license. It'll be a lot of money. It'll probably be when I'm a bit older, even than now. But But that would be a dream, flying one of these airplanes around the world even, or around a continent. Just a wonderful, wonderful airplane. Look at the detailing on the engine. You can really, and I didn't even notice, but my music went off. And turn it on again. I really should get a. Oh look, we have a little car coming over here. Watch out! Look, this one the wheels move. I want the wheels to move on that one that pushes you back. It doesn't move that there yet. Yeah, my favorite books I read with airplanes are probably Chuck Yeager's autobiography, Yeager. I really like Harold H. Brown's. Let me turn on my preview so I see if it actually appearing. This is really, really interesting. Keep Your Airspeed Up by Harold H. Brown. He's still alive, I think. He went into education. He spent a lot of time in the U.S. Air Force. He talks about, you know, flying these planes, then flying World War II planes, then flying jets. He was his P-51 blew up when he was like strafing trains in Europe, and the explosion of the locomotive basically disabled his P-51. He had to jump out. He was almost lynched. He was captured. A German officer saved his life by getting him away from the crowd, and then I think Patton liberated him from one of the camps in Germany, and he came back to the States, became a test pilot, flew all over the place, Korea, F-86s, all the early jets, and he flew. This was the first plane he flew in, so that was the last plane I read that I really liked about airplanes. Last book. There are others. I don't remember what they are right now. But hey, Mystical, I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. I'm on a little flight simulator binge here as usual. Should we check out the new BN2 Islander? Or should we do some more PT-17? There's not too much more that I can say about this airplane. I'm enjoying it a lot. For the price. I'm gonna add it to my Neoflight database. Maybe we can do some mail runs. Maybe we could do there's space for two. It's a flight instructor plane, so we could carry the doctor in there. This is a bug that someone mentioned in one of the video reviews. When you get close and far away, look, the pilot first drops down and then disappears. It's a little bug, but nothing crucial. Cool, you're good? That's awesome, man. But very nice flight controls. So I'm gonna quickly change the stream title here. Flies. I'm gonna do BN2 Islander. Or actually, before we do that, let's do this. Let's take a quick look at the Wikipedia page for this airplane. Okay. So PT-17. And this is something I want to mention before we go to the Wikipedia page, because you all can just go look at that yourselves. But before we do that, one thing I should mention with this airplane, with Just Flight's PT-17 Stearman, is that it comes with a pretty nice manual that has information not just about the plane but about visual flight rules flying. Okay, and that's a little Easter egg there. I'll tell you about that plane later. And this, so when you get this plane, it comes with this documents folder, and in here you have this manual. Okay. And the manual has a lot of nice information about the airplane, but also about flying with visual flight rules flying. Flight operations here. And so it gives you all the data, all the engine information. It gives you information about the maneuvers that it... Okay, what? The rest of the GPS, how can I tell where I am? What sorcery is this? Part of the true joy of flight is finding your way around without any recourse to navigation to computers. You got isolation at school tomorrow though. Oh man, okay, what's the COVID stuff? Sorry to hear, man. Or is isolation another name for, you know, I used to sometimes get in trouble when I have like the Saturday detention. I went to a British school when I was a kid, and, you know, it wasn't my favorite, but I preferred American schools. Okay, part of the joy of true flight is finding your way around without any recourse to navigation computers, while instrument flight rule navigation via radio beacons can also be a rewarding venture. The true oil around the goggles pilot uses age-old means of finding their way home, even dead reckoning on occasion if necessary, okay? So it teaches you about this here, which is really nice, okay? You measure the distance between the departure destination. You divide the distance by the Stearman cruise speed, 80 knots. That's, yeah, I'm learning that now. You set a departure time, calculate arrival time, speed over distance. Reference the magnetic heading required. Ideally plot the route on a simple map, and if possible, note prominent geographical features along the route, such as towns, rivers, lakes, highways, rail lines, etc., and mark them. Okay, so it gives you all these, it basically teaches you visual flight rules, dead reckoning, visual flight rules flying, okay? Dodging weather, so it's a very nice little addition here, this manual that comes with the plane. Okay, very good work by Dean Crawford here. The acoustics really good. Sim acoustics, maybe black box simulations. So go talk to them to get the BN2 Islanders sounding like this. So I wanted to mention that this manual, it's really nice. And for this classic airplane, here's a picture of a real one. Okay, and look at that. If you come over here, you can even try to get it on the same angle. Sit in a room on your own and do work. Oh, like punishment? What happened, man? Jeez. Sorry to hear that. It's called isolation? Okay, well, are you gonna do some work? Maybe, you know, write... What would you like to do? The trick with work is finding something you actually enjoy. No, I know. School is, you know, you have to find your own projects to be happy, because school, unless you find a good teacher, is not always the best. So yeah, I'm just doing a bit of visual comparison here. Like right now I'm looking at the head of the pilot and putting the head of the pilot right there. And there you go. Looking pretty good, this airplane. It's funny, like this one, the exhaust a little different than this one here. Maybe it's a different model. Earlier model. Look at that radio engine detailing. Alright. Let's do one more flight of this. Let's come to New York City, where I live. And let's go fly down 5th Avenue or something. This plane should fit between the buildings there. Let's see how the weather is gonna look. Right now in New York, it's kind of cloudy, a little hazy. It's a little cooler. I'm gonna go all the way up here. I'm gonna zoom in here. Let's go see the Statue of Liberty. JFK is a little far. Let's just let's take off from have a bunch of people flying around there. Let's take off from New Jersey, from Liberty International. There's a bunch of people flying there. I'm just gonna put myself on this ramp here, and we're just gonna take off with the I don't know how long you can fly on this thing, but I think it'll be fine. I'm doing flight conditions, live weather, live everything. We're gonna go fly in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. Let me finish my coffee here. Yeah, once when they put me in a room and had me do work, I got in even more trouble because I wrote something bad in my workbook and the teacher found it. Might see, so I hear you, man. What grade are you in? I mean, it's English school. What are you like? Is it form 2? I forget what that part of my brain. I think it deleted itself on purpose. Yeah, New York is the FPS goes low, that's for sure. But let's see how it looks. You know, it's a photogrammetry enhanced city. They have a lot of buildings. I mean, I've flown there and... Be quiet, speaker. Thank you for being here. Pipe, HR, 9er, YT, Mystic. Matrog, and everyone else listening. Over 10,000 Stearmans were built. I think the plane that's most popular ever is probably the Cessna 172, most built ever, or 152 maybe. Probably 172 by now. I think like close to 50,000 or something. Okay, here you go. Let's see if the weather's looking like it is in New York. A lot of people out in the sky here in New York City. We're taking off from Liberty in New Jersey. Antonio 88, and we're just gonna take off and fly across the Hudson over to the city. Alright, let's start her up. Let me get as many frames as possible here by turning everything else off. I'm gonna even turn off all the you know, the Windows Explorer things that I have open. I'm gonna leave track IR, OBS. I'm gonna turn off the browser. I can't turn off the browser complete because then we'll lose the music. I wanna keep the music going. Okay. Turn the volume up a little bit. And let's go. Alright, controls are out, mixture full, throttle a little bit forward, pitch trim, neutral takeoff, the magneto, we want both of them please, battery on, avionics on, radio should turn on down here, nav light is on, prime the engine a little bit, and here we go, start it up. Let's talk to the tower. There's gonna be a tower here, okay?
Newark ground Hypertexthero 1 with Quebec request taxi to the active departing straight out.
Hypertexthero 1 taxi to and hold short of runway 4 left using taxiway Foxtrot Echo Romeo Bravo Papa Alpha Alpha Alpha.
4L, copy that.
Tower on 118 decimal tree when ready.
4L, okay. Foxtrot, Bravo, Papa, Papa. I have no idea where that's gonna be. I'm not gonna spend too much long. I'm just gonna go and see where 4L is. Where's 4L? We're moving here. We're moving. We're trying to move a little faster. This is 4R. Here it is, 4L. In front of you. Copy that. Thanks, Piper. You can see that I'm a lot of pro at this stuff, you know. The heck is this thing? Whoa! Plane just appeared. It's like a little truck that pulls the plane, I guess. I'm not used to flying these big airports because I usually fly on the... Okay, so I'm just gonna taxi and hold short of that runway, right? Here you go, Rocket Track 82 here with us still, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. Right, it'll be a little bit less frame rate here because we are by New York City. This is where I live. Alright. Alright, let's go. Release the parking brake. You can hear this little engine sound, like a high pitch noise as well. If the sound level is too loud for the airplane engine, just let me know, I'll turn it down. You have toll roads? In New York, you do. I don't have a car, so I don't use them, but... Does it looking green, the wing, to you? Or is it just... Oh, I think it's just a reflection. It's just a little reflection of the lighting here. Alright, this is 4L here. I'm going to hold short. A lot of people flying around New York City. One of the most popular cities to fly around, probably. So we're holding short, and now we're gonna talk to the tower. Hey, oh shit! See, you can't put the throttle to 0. This airplane doesn't like that it will go off. There's Golf Juliet Sierra 4388 landing. Clear for takeoff running 4 left, Hypertexthero 1.
Cleared for takeoff runway 4 left Hypertexthero 1.
Hey, Matrock's still with us. Fantastic. Let's go. Ciao. Whoa, it's gonna get loud here. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Timmy, how's it going? Whoa! There's Lindbergh out here. Charles Lindbergh came back from the dead. Okay, let's go. Let's go fly in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go fly down 5th Avenue of this thing. Oh, watch out. Bit of a wind here. Taking out from New Jersey, babe. Yeah, it's kind of cold here in New York. Oh. And we don't do this in real life, you know, go over other active runways, but here we go. We're gonna go straight to the city. Let's go to the Statue of Liberty first. Let's try game capture real quick. Stand by. Sorry, it's gonna disappear for a second. Maybe that'll give me a few more frames. A whole bunch of Cirrus jet pilots had their immersion ruined. They're like, what the hell was that? I'm going to submit a report to Microsoft and Asobo Studios about these guys that are not respecting the rules of the airport here, of these biplanes just crossing the crossing the runway thresholds at low airspeed without permission. Who are these guys? They are Recorded Track 82, Matrock, and Hypertexthero, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Statue of Liberty directly ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen, over there. Can put our head out the window there, zoom in. There she is. Let's go fly around Lady Liberty a little bit. And then we'll hit Wall Street. We'll wave to my friend. I think she's still working from home. Timmy Thumb 1-2 boss. Don't mention my cult scientific DC KTHX. KTHX, huh? Whoa, what's happened? Thanks. Let's descend here. Yeah, frame rate's a little different, huh? I don't know if this is Jersey Shore here. I'm not that familiar with New Jersey. New York City. City that never shuts up. Well, I've been shut up for a little bit with the pandemic, but it's getting loud again. All these turnpikes, all these cars, what a crazy place. To Nashville, huh? A lot of chatter here. That's why they do VAT sim and stuff in LAX and in Los Angeles. Oh. Let's acknowledge that. I'll put request 5 following too, just so we can have some chatter in the background. And give more work to the poor air traffic controllers. 066, whoa. 0, what is 0664? Okay, so 0, 6, 6, 4. Is there an ident button here? Where's the ident button? Is this one? I'll just say that. Don't know if that radio's working, or maybe I didn't have, I wasn't tuned to the right thing. I think I had to tune it. Wait, where's Statue of Liberty? I just passed her? I just passed her, sorry. The 1-2 jump is 880. Yep, I had to put it up because, you know, I was jumping all the time. I can put it down for you for the afternoon, Mystical. What was it before? 440? I'll put it down. Okay, because I know you like it, and I want to keep people happy here. Oh, for goodness sake, air traffic control. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, acknowledge radar contract. I need 60 more. Alright. I'm sitting down to usually do the 1-2 jump in the afternoon when I do standing stream. Then I put my standing desk up. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, the Statue of Liberty. A beautiful statue given by a bunch of French, I forget the name of the guy in France, gave it to the United States. It's really a gorgeous statue. Need to earn the 1-2 jump, that's right. Oh, watch out! Oh, that was close. Oh shit! Alright. Wait, wait! 1-2 jump! Oh, where's my airplane? Jimmy coming in causing trouble here. I'm gonna put in a ticket of complaints to the university department. Alright, let's do one more pass on the Statue of Liberty, then we'll head downtown. Well, we're gonna be heading uptown, but we'll pass downtown first. That was for my team Mystical, copy that. Oh, there's a big, like, yacht over there. PT Stearman in New York. Gonna see some landmarks here. Starting the Statue of Liberty. And let me, how am I gonna do that? I want to kind of do this view. Let's do it like this. I'm gonna go this way. Then I'll trimmer. Then I'll go to drone view. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A nice view of the Statue of Liberty for you with the PT-17 Stearman that I just got, my brand new little airplane. I have a zoom lens here. Excellent. Alright. Let's go downtown. I'll do one for your 50 more points. Alright, heading downtown. This over here where Melbourne's is where a bunch of helicopters take off. Maybe he's flying a helicopter and he landed on the heliport there. So let's do a low flight pass on this Melbourne 45. Excuse me. I don't have any helicopters. Where's the prison island? Prison island is Riker's Island. No, not Riker like in Star Trek, but that's in north of LaGuardia. Hypertexthero for office, may I ask you raid my buddy Angry One Horn? He's a friend of my stream and just made a fit. For sure, man. When I'm done here at midday, I will raid him. I will acknowledge in a little bit. Oh!
120.8 Hypertexthero 1.
Alright, Angry One Horn. Copy that. Will do, Joey. Will do. Joey redeeming the first time someone redeems Guy to raid here. Alright, here's a one Freedom Tower, I think it's called. Frame rate's gonna get a little lower here. It probably will get a little better after a while because after it loads up stuff, it usually stabilizes a little bit. But yeah, we don't want to crash into that. That's probably why there is no damage mod in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because they're scared of, you know, people like, oh, gonna want to do it in real life, you know. But yeah, everyone knows the story. There used to be 2 towers. Tragic occurrence back in 2001, and now we have one big tower. We have Battery Park over here, and the end of Broadway. I didn't mention, but over there, that's past the Statue of Liberty, the right there, somewhere it's or maybe over here, yeah, over there. That's where all the immigrants arrived in the United States after the war for many years. What's the name of that island, babe? I have a blank here. I forget right now. Where the immigrants arrived in New York City. Ellis Island, of course. I know. Ellis Island, of course. I went there. Really good place to visit. Getting close to City Hall here. I think this is City Hall right here. But this is downtown. And we're gonna keep flying. I think that might be Canal Street or Houston or something. I may be wrong, but you can see how big New York is. Okay, we have, where is he? Right above us here, recorded track 82 flying with us still as we approach we head to the, yeah, Ellis Island, that's right, my truck. Got a blank, I don't know why. You know, my brain works in weird ways. Sometimes I can remember something from years ago, other times I can't remember something from yesterday. Heading to this Empire State Building where, you know, King Kong, famous film, like there's a little biplane going around it, and there's a big ape climbing on it. Classic. Here's the Flatiron Building. There's Madison Square Park. We got Italy down here. We have some beers on the roof of that place. Some good Italian pasta and pizza and some gelato. 34th Street is where the Empire State Building is located at. Where is the Friends Coffee Shop? Friends Coffee Shop is Upper West Side near Columbia University. It's around 110th and Broadway. About 110th and Broadway. We can go over there. Maybe we can land and have a coffee. Should we try to land at the Friends Coffee Shop? What was it called? Joey's or something? I forget the name. Oh, some nice imagery. There's the Chrysler Building. I used to work, I worked for a few months here in, oh, there's someone flying a helicopter there, I think. Yeah, it's real. It's I mean, to be honest, I don't find it that good. I don't find the food there that good, but it's a real place. You know, with the baseline, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, Icebird! Maybe Amberpedia knows. Yeah, Amber does know, probably. It's a real place. We'll take you there. I used to work over here, look. I used to work... This great graphic designer passed away last year, unfortunately, called Milton Glaser here on 32nd Street. That's 34th, 32nd is right down here somewhere. There's a little building right down here somewhere. But let's I can do a touch and go on the United Nations building. Let's fly by the Chrysler first. It's the Chrysler building over here. It's right by Grand Central Station. Beautiful building. Let's not try not to crash. Just met life or death depending on your perspective on insurance. Alright. Shit. Whew. Almost hit that one. Okay. Times Square is going to be down here somewhere. One of my favorite places in the city is right below us is near NYPL. And there's Bryant Park right there. It's a beautiful library. One of the most beautiful. Our wife PDs know everything. Oh yeah, you know. Women are the boss, man. It's like the Native Americans have it right. The women are the boss. The men just screw things up. We just cause trouble. Alright, yeah, very nice flying around New York. It's been a while. Yeah, Times Square's right down here somewhere. Okay. Let's try a touch and go on the United Nations building. There's Central Park. Hey, Sneaking Dodo! One of us! Sneaking Dodo coming in here flying fast with a pit special. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna try a touch and go on the UN building. Say hi to my friends here. This is the United Nations headquarters over here. The Secretariat building is that tall, big thing. You know, a so-called glass curtain building, where it's one of the first, maybe the first type of building of that type of architecture. Sneaking Dodo coming in here flying. Matrock's still with us, so I'm gonna try a touch and go on the UN building there. Okay, let's try this. I've done this a couple of times in the stream before. Let's try it again with the pit, with the Stearman. I think it'll be a little easier. How you doing, Icebird? How's your week going, man? Excellent, man. That's a crazy airplane. The size of the engine on the pit special is crazy. That's why I'm going to touch and go right there. The UN building. It's a little tricky because it's not a lot of space, but a couple of tries we should be able to get it, and getting a little closer here as well. Try from the outside view. Ah, just missed it. I almost crashed to the back. Let's see, recorded track. Let's see if we can see him attempt it as well. Emit it. I'll say hi to Alex Gelfand down there. I mean, he's working. He's gonna get upset if I use his real name. He's gonna think that, you know, maybe I'm just kidding. Someone's gonna come and find him. But he works at the UN, and he's not in this building, but a different building nearby here. So try from this direction. It's a little fast here. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna try to come from the direction I was going to. Yeah, not too bad the frame rate. Of course, it's much lower than here. Sneaking Dodo's gonna try it. Let's try to zoom in and see. Or is he just... No, he's just flying out there. Okay. Alright, I think the mission... Pipe HR's here said he wants to see the... Whoa! He wants to see where Friends... the Friends coffee shop. So I think we're gonna go land over there, okay? Don't worry, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I was too fast. What is this music now? Okay, no, that's a little bit of... Well, maybe they knew I was gonna die ahead of time. You know, the computer knows more about us than us these days. Don't worry, I'll be right... I'm gonna just spawn right there. I'm not gonna spawn at the airport again. Where is it? Brooklyn Bridge. Put me like... Empire State Building. Put me around there. Sneaking Dodo's right there. Here, let's put ourselves on Sneaking Dodo. Fly. Yeah. Too fast. Too fast. I was impatient. M Noel 1905. How many fly hours do you have? I have about 100 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just over 100, I think. How are you doing, M Noel 1905? Are you a big fan of this video game? Do you have a bunch of flight hours? I have many more flight hours in other flight simulators, but in this one about 100, I think. I can check right now. Oh, actually 292.7 playtime hours. I mean, playtime is not always flight, you know, but I got the Century Club thing on May 14th, so like, what, about a month ago almost? I like this video game. This flight simulator. Alright, let's try again. Alright, I'll there's a recorded track. Okay, this is I'll try one more. I want to do this touch and go on the UN, okay? Let's try one more touch and go on the UN. Whoa, my frames. Okay, let me disable the preview. You have to come in a little shallow, but the problem when you come shallow is kind of like landing an aircraft carrier, you know? If you're too shallow, then you smash on the side of the building. If you're too high, you miss it, so it has to be just right. Hey! 1-2, boss! Okay, we got it. I just overloaded the thing. Oh, really? The pits? Man, you must have been pulling some G's. Matrog says I don't even know how many hours I spent on this sim. I bought it on Steam, so it tracks the hours there. I have, according to Steam, I have 292.7 hours playtime. But I got the 100 hours of flight time award last 1 month ago, so I don't think I've played 100 hours in a month. So it counts when you're, because Steam counts, you just have it on, you know, where in your map and stuff it counts there too. But look at this thing, looks like a ramp. This building here, I forget the name of that building. Here's all these ugly buildings that are getting built here because there's a loophole in the law that, you know, so they keep building these huge buildings here on 59th Street, a billionaire row. No one lives there, but it's these huge buildings that are really ugly. This Central Park. Let's fly down 5th Avenue quickly. That big building over there, that's the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Let's try flying down 5th Avenue, which is right here. It'll be a little tight, but maybe with this little Stearman we can fit. Crazy place, huh? Down 5th Avenue of the Stearman. Whoa, getting a little tight here. Once we get to NYPL, right here, NYPL. Hard bank to the right. Whew. Almost hit it, but we managed. And then we can go uptown on Avenue of the Americas. We don't crash. Steam says 1,908 hours. That is crazy, dude. I crash here, Sheepa. The lower frame rate in the city throws me off. That's my excuse. I wonder if I should get a life. Do you stream, Matron? Maybe you should stream. I mean, that's why I started streaming, you know. I lost my job here in New York City of the pandemic and everything, and I love playing video games. Like, I'm playing video games a lot. Why don't I try the streaming thing? Yeah, I'll give you a follow. But, I don't know. I love video games, so I think it's a fine life playing video games. It depends on what you like, you know. I don't know if that's Governor's Island. I forget the name of that. I used to work over there too. I used to work in Queens and in this UN warehouse there, the archives. All right, let's head to Upper West Side. Let's try to find the Seinfeld restaurant, and then we're gonna do a raid here. Shoplifting out there. Icebird for all is coming in. Let's go meet Icebird quickly. That's lovely. A lot of friends of the stream flying here with us. One of the wonderful things about this game is that you can, you know, meet people. What is Icebird flying in? There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Icebird for all. I'm not sure what plane it is, but general aviation plane. Icebird, I'm gonna go to the west side of Central Park and I'm gonna fly uptown. Let's try to get on Broadway, okay? Because to find the Seinfeld place, we're gonna have to be on Broadway. And when we see Columbia University, we'll see that we're right, but we're close to it. Right down here, that's the Lincoln Center. You can watch opera, you can watch music. Broadway goes all the way down Manhattan. And it's this one over here, I think. It's not that. That one, I think, is Amsterdam Avenue or Columbus. Whoopa! Iceberg for all. Ladies and gentlemen, applause for Iceberg for all, a good friend of the stream here. I don't know if we'll be able to land on Broadway because of the trees, okay? In this part of town, at least. That's gonna be the problem. But here, let's see if we can find this place. Alright, I think we're flying right over it right about now, because Columbia's coming up over here. Did we just pass Columbia? Oh, watch out. Yeah, I think we passed Columbia. Let's turn back. Unless they change the photogrammetry here. There's Iceberg. Time for me to go. Thanks for the stream. Bye-bye. Thanks so much, Pipe HR. Thanks so much for dropping by. An applause for you as well. Very kind of you to spend time here today. I'm having some trouble finding Columbia University here. What happened? They changed the photogrammetry? Okay, the easy way is you go to the end of Central Park. That's 110th Street, okay? But the end of Central Park is... Oh, it's further up. I'm just getting confused about this building. There's Iceberg again. This is the Hudson River. You got the George Washington Bridge further up north. So easy way to find Columbia University is you look at the end of Central Park, which is about 110th Street right there. And if you want to get a glimpse of the wealth disparity in this country, you know, go to 59th Street where those big buildings are over there, and then walk all the way up Central Park and come to 110th and go to stay on 5th Avenue, okay, and you'll see the wealth inequality and disparity. It's a very sad state of affairs, and I hope that a basic income comes soon. Okay, there's this big church here. And here's Columbia University. You can see all the... I used to work in that building over there, the Italian Academy, right there. Beautiful campus. And here's Broadway. And right by Columbia, this is where the Seinfeld bar is, right there, I think. Right down there. I think we just flew over it. I don't think we're going to be able to land to go unless we land somewhere else and taxi to it, maybe. But I think we're going to have to stick with just flying near it. We got Iceberg over here. Let's see. What is he doing? Is he going to try to land at Columbia? He's trying to land in a different park. Oh, he's just doing a low pass over here. Oh, wow. I think he's in a helicopter. That's what's going on. I have to install that helicopter mod. He's in the, what is it? The Airbus helicopter. It's a free chopper. Okay. But all right, I'm gonna find a place to try to land here. And maybe we can land on here, this highway. I don't know if we'll be able to taxi up after. Maybe there, that little street there. This airplane is not a short takeoff and landing one, though. I think it's not like for my limited experience with it. We could land in Central Park. Let's go land in Central Park. That'll be a good place to stop. And then let's do a raid. Iceberg doing some helicopter missions, maybe with Neofly, maybe just flying around. There's a free helicopter. If you type Airbus free helicopter in Google, you will see there's a free helicopter for you to fly in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think it's still free. I think they have plans to eventually make it paid. Oh, Matrox still with us here. There's Sneaking Dodo still with us. All right, thank you for being here. Let's find a place to land here. I think it's gonna have to be here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make this, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna go around once. I think this is a Jackie Kennedy, it's called, and I'm gonna try to land in there. Okay, it's gonna be really tricky, but potentially doable. So I'm gonna go around once here on this Jackie Kennedy Lagoon, I think it's called. I don't remember. That's a classic building of New York too, in Central Park, that double tower building there. Full power. We have to go around. Oh, Iceberg is hovering over the chopper. Let's try to come from the other side. Oh, nice imagery here. Look at that. I'm just about to stall. Let's try to come from the other side and see if that helps. This lagoon here is a nice spot to walk around New York. There's performers and street performers, and you can rent a little boat and go paddling about. Nice little forest here for bird watchers. Matrox coming in with an attempt over there. There he is. It's a tricky one. It's not a lot of space. You have to stomp on the brakes, or you have to go around. It's going around as well. Okay, second try here. Here you go. Right over the trees. Let's forward slip here and try to get our wheels down as fast as possible. Come on, come on, come on. Not gonna work. Oh, I was going to a cafe over there. Alright, can't always do it, ladies, and you can't always... Sometimes it takes a lot of tries, these things. But, and the Microsoft Flight Simulator crash, or what? But Angry One Horn just made affiliate, so we're gonna go raid this person. Right now, I'm gonna roll the credits. And it looks like, yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator crashed. I crashed, and Microsoft Flight Simulator crashed as well. Thanks so much for being here. I'm gonna go raid the person that Joey Bolo came here to ask that I raid. Thanks so much for being here. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Even some BN2 Islander, or maybe we can fly some Neofly missions together. Maybe I'll do some War Thunder. I don't know yet. Thank you, Sheepa. Thank you, Matrog. Thank you, MNoel1905. Piper, HR, Icebird for all, Joey. We had the other guy. Oh, I'm falling over here. Raiding. Where is the raid? Where is the raid? Did I say raid or did it not go? Try again. See ya. Oh, have a raid in progress. Fantastic. Ciao, ciao.